Welcome everyone to yet another episode in the Simon Go Back series. We are here after the first T20 between India and England, which was, to be very fair, a drubbing. The English team one-sidedly defeated the Indian team. And in panel with me today, we have Vignesh, Vishal, and Anirudh. We are going to dissect a bit of what happened yesterday and also see what we can hope for tomorrow, especially from an Indian perspective. Um, let's go with no further ado. What went wrong, gentlemen? Very quickly from each one of you. Vignesh, you can start.
For me, I felt at the top we did not assess the wicket properly. I think so. As Virat has always been saying that we are going to go all guns blazing from the top, and I think so that was the mistake that our top three batsmen did. We just went hammer and tongs at the ball, trying to score quick runs without assessing the wicket. It was a two-paced wicket, which I think so Shreyas Iyer played brilliantly well. Timing the ball, waiting for the ball, and playing it late. I think so. That's the mistake we made with the batting. I still felt that we could have done something with the ball, but because we did not have that pace that the England team had, I think so we did not have any tooth, to basically break through their top order sort of juggernauts,
Yeah.
and make a game out of it. So I think so. It was a failure on both halves.
Mm-hmm. I agree, and that's how always when we have such a one-sided affair, it's always the fact that there's been failure on multiple accounts. Ani, let's go a bit further and dive deeper into this team selection. A lot of question marks there. Do you feel that you can maybe justify a few of these decisions?
One thing which was extremely surprised was Virat said that there would be no change in opening. Rohit and Rahul will play, and then you have Rohit rested. I mean, you can't rest our star batsman. And if you see, Rohit is the most important player in our team. He's the player in form. Even Virat isn't in that great form, if you see. So I don't know. So all these talks of the rivalry between Rohit and Virat just pops up. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I think there itself that was not. At least Dhawan should have played well, but if you see the whole top order just crumbled like a pack of cards. So we lost the match in the first half. So that's all.
Okay, I agree with you. Let's not go. Let's dive deeper into that. But I must rest everything down that there is really nothing between Rohit and Virat. It's just people
Hope so.
having a lot of time actually. And I like the buzz around cricket, but this kind of buzz really I don't want it. I don't want to give it any more airtime. Let's move a bit further. Vishal, given how there was always a bit of speculation about dew and other things, do you think the approach with three spinners did it make sense? Did it even have an influence in the match?
It didn't have any influence because we didn't put up enough runs on the board.
Yeah.
So I think we lost the match in the first 6 overs. So if we have only around 120 odd to defend, rather 125, the bowling attack, well, there's not enough runs, and we just cannot talk about whether the decision was right to play three spinners or not. And there was not much dew from what I saw, but there was not enough runs to play with. So I think it's not right to discuss whether the selection was right or wrong with regards to the spinners.
Okay, fair enough. That was a concise answer. Let's go beyond the team and let's start analyzing a bit of how we play and the approach in general. Vignesh, you can take this. Often we have seen that the Indian side seems to lose too many wickets in the power plays and take too few in our bowling again during the power plays. Any worry there?
I wouldn't be too worried because I feel this team is not going to be the team that we're going to present during the T20 World Cup. I think so. We are missing a lot of match winners, both in the bowling department as well as in the batting department. So I am not too worried that we would be lacking in these aspects. I think once we get the experience of a Bumrah or a Shami and even a Ravindra Jadeja, I think so that just adds to the star-studded lineup that we already have, and it just makes our team and even Rohit Sharma. I forgot about Rohit Sharma. It makes our team a notch above any of the teams that we might put forward in these five T20s. I think the team that we are putting out now is to see how to play with our bench strength in terms of, okay, if there is an injury during the World Cup or before the World Cup, is there someone to replace these key players? But other than that, I'm not too worried about some of these players not performing, because I think so come the T20 World Cup, we will be with our A team, and I'm pretty sure we can challenge any team given a day.
I agree. I will go a bit deeper. I'll just put the scenario to you. We seem to always have one day where we have to just forget the game. It's happened already thrice now in the last series. We have had one such dubbing in the Test match against England, one such again against Australia, and we see a pattern here. And on these days, it just seems that every miss hit goes to hit the stump. Every shot just goes straight to the hands of the fielders. It's uncanny. We have been saying that this is not, it's not regular. So as to say, it's not normal, but it keeps happening. I'm sure that there is something more to this that I'm missing. Do you think there is something there?
I would like to answer it in the funny aspect. If Mr. Nax says it for RCB, like we follow the inflate strategy, where first in the first match this happens. Like I guess we tend to take that first match lightly, and these things happen. It's not every day that whatever you hit goes into the hands of the fielder, or you get out, or of those sorts. I'm sure that one or two dismissals may happen, or like in the bowling unit, we may bowl those juicy off volleys, but as a team, we would certainly bounce back, and those small pieces which you have missed out will plug in those things.
I agree. And I think the team definitely has the mentality to come back. And we often seem to say, oh, it was a comeback victory. It's just a tag to this team.
And Akshar, if I can add one point here, one thing which we need to look at is the team that played, at least in the batting order, the top six. We must understand that KL Rahul hasn't played cricket for a long time. He's been part of the squad, the test squad in Australia, and he didn't play a game. So I think the last international game that he played was the T20 in Australia, if I remember right. So it's been quite a long time since he's played, and it's not easy just not playing cricket at all. Obviously, you'll be practicing in the nets, but playing an international game is a different ball game altogether. And the same goes with Shikhar Dhawan. Yes, he did play the Syed Mushtaq and the Vijay Hazare, but the international game is a different ball game. And again with Hardik Pandya. So yeah, so it's just a one-off game. I think we'll be better in the second T20.
I agree with you. It's just a one-off game, but I can put the same point forward to even Jason Roy and the players from English side. They have also not played in a long time. They just seem to be there and perform at the highest level when it's called upon. So you have to give. I give leeway to your line of argumentation, but I think we have to look at it a bit more.
But maybe to also add, I think so there was also a little bit of a misinterpretation of the wicket from Kohli, because when you look into what Owen Morgan said at the post-match press conference, post-match reactions, he mentioned that the wicket was much better than what they got in the practice wickets, and I think so Virat Kohli might have taken the practice wickets to be the wickets that they'll be playing on, and that would have also influenced their mindset when they came into bat. So yeah, I think this was just a game that it just had everything go against India, and I feel maybe we should not look too deep into analyzing it and pointing out fingers. It's just a bad day at the box.
I agree. I think we are on the same point. It's a 5-match test series, sorry, T20I series. So there's a lot more to play. It's just one match. It's nothing like the end of the world. But I would pose a different question to each one of you. What's that one thing that you think we should have changed, or you would like to be changed for the next match? Let's begin with you, Vishal.
Just the execution. So we had the intent to score well at a brisk pace from the start. It is quite different from how we usually play T20 cricket. But I think in this series, as Virat mentioned in the press conference, and even Shreyas Iyer, there's a plan to score runs quickly, and we just need to execute. We had the intent, didn't execute in the first game. I would like to see India execute in the second game in the batting department. Yeah.
Okay. So that's what Vishal's take is, that we need to execute it better. Vignesh, would you like that India change?
For me, I feel the problem now, I think so, where we will be really dented is the bowling department. So I really feel that might be Virat Kohli needs to look at, getting some variety in the bowling department, because we have a lot of slow, medium pacers and spinners in the team. And it's not like the wickets are going to be rank turners. So even the spinners are not going to be able to get a lot of assistance from wickets. So it's all, a lot of the bowlers, if you see, are a lot of containing bowlers. I think it would be essential for Virat Kohli might be to get someone like T Natarajan if he's back fit and he's back in. I would make that one change, to get a little bit of a punch in the bowling department to actually push the England batsmen on the back foot, because as you mentioned, Jason Roy and they all, Johnny Bairstow, George Butler and all scored quite easily. I feel they were able to score quite easily because it was a slow wicket, and then our bowlers also were slow, and they were not sort of troubled with pace, to get that quick reactions that we were troubled with by the pace of Mark Wood and Jofra Archer. So might be a little bit of pace would help us.
Okay, so that's where Vignesh should fix. We have heard one from the batting side with the execution, another from the bowling side. Ani, what would you like to change?
See, I agree with what Vishal said in terms of execution in the batting. But for me, I would like to see Virat use his bowlers better. So Virat needs to have that trust on Sundar to bowl in the power plays. I think Sundar is an excellent power play prospect. He needs to be groomed. But somehow we see Chahal come and bowl in the power play. I don't want to have that kind of a bowling attack. So somewhat if Virat can use the same bowlers which we had in the previous game in a better way, I think that would help the team.
Okay. There you have it, gentlemen. You heard 3 different takes to solve this particular problem that we are in. I am sure that we will, as a team, bounce back tomorrow, make the series 1-1 before we go on to clinch it. Thank you for your valuable inputs, and thank you, viewers, for watching another episode. This is Clueless Insanity signing off. We'll see you after the second T20. Bye.
Cheers.